here is a mechanical speedometer, all done mechanically. Cable from gearbox goes to this cluster, and when we go with speed, this cable rotates, so this cable transmit rotation, speed of rotation to my mechanical speedometer. But when I worked as a driver, I get a lot of crap with modern cars, with modern technologies, with modern crappy electronic. And thing is that in a lot of times their electronic not so perfect as a mechanic which worked more than 50 years.
Patrick's Garage.
This mechanical speedometer worked more than 50 years without any difficulties. This system works perfectly fine. But in a lot of modern cars, from in gearbox installed sender, and then by wires, signal goes to the speedometer on the dashboard, and so we can see the speed our car which we go this speed. And in later models you can find electric hand brake, electric without cables, and also you can find indoor a lot of wires which goes from the lock to the latch, and so that way they works. And this is story which was happened with me when I worked as a driver. And even now, later years, more than decade ago, this story was. And this story was. My first thought about this mechanic was that he was low-skilled mechanic, but maybe he cheated. He cheating me. So I go down the road and I can't expect that something can be wrong, but my the speedometer was with error, not like this. Arrow starts jumping. I can't find why it's so wiggling from 0 to 100 to 120. So the arrow starts jumping. And what's wrong? I can't figure it. And also, miles counter not working properly, but I need miles counter was important for me when I worked as a driver. I need to get gasoline from my boss, but there is no mileage. How I can gasoline? So I go to the shop, to the mechanic, and I said, "Oh, okay, this is sender." He said me first, "This is sender. Let's go with him, and we buy this spot from the shop, which he bought spare parts in this shop, and he familiar with this seller. So I think this is proven shop. I can't suspect anything crappy." So he put this sender into its place, and that's okay. He get money from me. I'm continue driving around, and what I see, this is arrow. Continue jump. What's wrong? And the next day, I returned to the mechanic, and I said that he got the money from previous job. And I said that what the heck? This arrow continue wiggling. What this means? Yes, she said that means probably speedometer cheating. Wrong speedometer. Let's replace the speedometer. So I go to the junkyard. I bought this speedometer, So my boss see which mileage on the speedometer, and I go to this station, to this workshop, and I go to this mechanic. So I said, you see, I bought. Yes, okay, this is a long time job, and I go to wait. So he replaced speedometer, and I'm say thank you. I hope that this is nothing wrong, and it will working properly. So I go driving the road, and what I see, the same image. Arrow jumping all the scale of the speedometer, and it not miles counting not working, of course. And next day I go to this repair shop, this station, this mechanic, and I say, this is the same picture. I can't suspect anything wrong with this system. And you know what she say me? This is wires. This is wires cheating you. Yes. We need to rewiring all harnesses which goes to the dashboard. This is a whole bunch of work. Yes, he want to get money all the time. He take money. They just rip me off in this work repair station. They want to rip me off. Now I think, but probably not. So I go to wait, drinking tea, and wait until my car, my working car, I must working on this car, and I go to working, and the next morning I'm arrived, and I seen all the wires coated with electric tapes, and the car not ready for work, and the work was not done, and I'll go to waiting again, and the next day I arrived to the workshop station, and I see that work done. I say, thank you, dear mechanic, I'll go to work. Okay, the same picture again. Arrow jumping all over the scale. I can't get mileage counter not working, and I can't to get enough gasoline from my boss because he say you are aware. I don't know anything. What gasoline you want? For what gasoline? This counter can't counting miles. I can't get gasoline from my boss. And the next time I say, what's wrong? And we go from the start. We go with this mechanic. We go to the parts shop. He take another sander, and we put this sander to the gearbox, to the transmission or gearbox, where situated this sander. Doesn't matter now. And we put into its place this sander, and holy cow! All the system works perfectly. So I spent a lot of money for this mechanic. But thing is that sander was crappy. And I was angry, and I asked about what was wrong, and you can't designate what was wrong. You not good mechanic. Why you can't designate without your tools that was a crappy parts? So we can find crappy parts all the time, especially today, And what here said me. Can you think? I'm not saint. He said to me, I'm not saint. Yes, I know. And what this is means? Probably he cheating me all that time. But yes, maybe was just crappy parts. I don't know even today. In old car, this wire works perfectly. This is old car, but the thing is, old not means good. This mechanic was old with gray hairs. Um, this is really was old mechanic, but his skills was in low level. So old also not means good, but old car probably good, but old mechanic age means nothing. Like today, new cars also can be perfect if this is models of Toyota, Honda. They knew they can be perfect. And what interesting, and years ago, probably 5 8, I want to find carburetor man for the car of a friend of my boss, and I go to the repair station where he worked, and I see he meets me as security at this repair station. Where was this repair station? Repair station was closed completely, but this mechanic worked in this building as security.